It's all heating up in the Europa League this month as Rangers gear up for a massive quarter-final showdown against Athletic Club from Spain's top flight. The Basque side are set to arrive at Ibrox for the first leg on Thursday, the 10th of April, in what promises to be an electric night under the lights in Glasgow. 1 week later, Barry Ferguson's men will travel to the iconic Samba Maze in Bilbao for the decisive return leg. And you can bet it's already shaping up to be a proper European classic. Now, when we talk about European nights at Ibrox, there's a certain magic in there. The noise, the passion, the energy, it's what makes this club special on the continental stage. And that passion isn't limited to the pitch. Let's talk numbers for a second, because the demand for tickets is absolutely off the charts. Rangers have officially granted the Spanish side an allocation of 2,634 tickets for the first leg in Glasgow. Sounds fair enough, right? Well, here's where it gets wild. Over 4,400 Bilbao supporters have already applied for a ticket. That means a ballot will be needed just to decide who gets in and who misses out. UEFA regulations require that at least 5% of the stadium's total capacity be made available exclusively to visiting supporters. And that area needs to be segregated with all the proper facilities running for as long as the away fans are inside. That includes everything from access points to concessions and toilets. UEFA doesn't mess about when it comes to match day organization, and when it comes to pricing, the rule is crystal clear. The cost for those away tickets must not exceed what home supporters are paying for similar seats. That includes season ticket holders, club members, and anyone buying as part of a promotion. For UEFA matches, the maximum price for away fans is set at €40, not a penny more. But while all eyes are on this massive European tie, there's even more happening behind the scenes at Ibrox, and it could be the beginning of a brand new era. The much talked about takeover by the American-led consortium, including Parag Marathe and Andrew Kavanagh, is moving forward at serious pace. The group, which includes investment from the 49ers enterprises, is edging ever closer to sealing the deal and officially taking control of Rangers Football Club. Reports suggest that legal approval could be granted before the end of April, paving the way for the final announcement and a full transition of ownership. For the supporters, it's a moment that could completely transform the club. After years of financial instability and boardroom drama, the possibility of new leadership backed by serious investment is fueling real optimism in the stands. Barry Ferguson remains in interim charge of the first team, with the board still weighing up their options for the long-term managerial role. But make no mistake, this takeover could fast-track that decision. New owners often like to stamp their mark early, and that could mean a new face in the dugout, fresh talent brought into the squad, and a restructured leadership at board level. Finance expert Dan Plumley, someone who's been following these sorts of takeovers across Europe, has even said the pace of progress is surprising. For a deal of this size and scope to be approaching legal approval within just a few weeks is almost unheard of. According to him, if everything stays on course, it would represent a remarkably quick turnaround in football terms. Every indication so far suggests that both the buyers and the current board are eager to finalize things swiftly, which would be crucial ahead of the summer transfer window. Getting everything signed, sealed, and delivered before the market opens means Rangers could approach the new season with a clean slate, ready to rebuild and reassert their dominance both domestically and in Europe. While Maratha continues to balance his role with Leeds United, who, by the way, are still chasing promotion back to the Premier League, Kavanagh and his team have taken the lead in pushing the Rangers deal forward. From all accounts, they're deeply committed to turning Rangers into a force to be reckoned with again. Not just in Scotland, but on a much bigger stage. And with momentum clearly building, the deal now feels less like a possibility and more like an inevitability. Back on the pitch, things are looking lively under Barry Ferguson's temporary stewardship. Since taking over, he's already masterminded a thrilling 3-2 victory over Celtic at Parkhead, a match that will live long in the memory for Rangers fans. He's also led the squad into the Europa League quarter-finals, showing that even amidst uncertainty, there's still fight and belief in that dressing room. But Ferguson wasn't entirely happy after the weekend's dramatic comeback win over Dundee. Despite snatching the result, the gaffer wasn't shy in admitting he saw some worrying signs. Old habits creeping back in, players switching off, and moments of confusion on the park. Thinks he's determined to stamp out. Speaking candidly after the match, Ferguson said he'd already spoken to the players and made it clear he's not going to tolerate those lapses. With a full week of training ahead, he's planning to get the squad back out on the grass and drill into the details. The performance left him baffled at times, but one thing he praised was the character his players showed in digging deep for. The result. It's a word he's used a lot lately, character. And while fans might be growing tired of hearing it, there's no doubt it's something this group has had questioned in recent times. Earning that trust back is going to take time and consistency. And while we're talking about big moments and unforgettable nights, how about Vela CONFIRMS? The man's now written himself into Rangers folklore after that explosive old firm. Derby just before the international break. His wild Watergate celebration after Hamza Egam's last-minute winner sparked massive debate across both fan bases. But for one lucky, and let's be honest, loaded, Rangers supporter, it became more than just a moment. Černich's match-worn shirt from that derby went up for auction and fetched an absolutely mind-blowing $24,000. You heard that, right? A British bidder managed to outpace a determined rival from the UAE, whose final offer came in at just over $2,000. The shirt auction wasn't just a stunt either. Proceeds are set to be reinvested into the club's development projects. So it's a win-win all around. That said, it wasn't the only jersey up for grabs. James Tavernier's match shirt pulled in £77 and Cyril Désir's fetched $480. Respectable, but nothing close to Černich's record breaker. That moment clearly struck a chord with the fan base. Wow. He's avoided police action for the celebration. There's still a chance the Scottish FA might come knocking. No formal punishment has been announced yet, but retrospective action is definitely still on the table. As we shift focus back to the club's off-field happenings, there's one key event on the horizon that's getting everyone talking. The Rangers Fans Forum, set to take place on the 23rd of April at Ibrox's Edmiston House. This is a significant moment for the club and for the supporters, as the forum will be led by none other than Rangers CEO Patrick Stewart. For those of you who've been following the club closely, you'll know that fan forums have been held in the past, but this one is especially noteworthy because it marks the first time the event will be headed up by a sitting CEO. What makes this forum so important? Well, for starters, it's a chance for fans to directly engage with the club's top brass, asking questions on a wide array of topics that affect the club both on and off the pitch. With all the changes and the uncertainty surrounding the future of the club, this will be a moment where fans will be looking for clarity. Stewart will be joined by several key members of the Rangers senior management team, so expect to hear from the individuals who are most responsible for the club's day-to-day operations. For Rangers supporters, it's a rare opportunity to get answers on everything from financial matters to the club's plans for the upcoming transfer windows. But it's not all about business. The fans will want to hear about the direction the club is heading under new ownership and how the team plans to navigate what's sure to be a critical period in the coming months. There's a lot of excitement around the potential for fresh leadership, and this forum could provide the first real glimpse of what that looks like. With everything from managerial appointments to squad reinforcements up in the air, it's fair to say that the fans are eager for answers. After years of turmoil, this kind of open dialogue will hopefully be the start of a new era of communication between the club and its supporters. Meanwhile, back on the pitch, Barry Ferguson's Rangers team continues to show signs of growth under his leadership. Despite the frustrations of some shaky performances, Ferguson's tactical nous has been clear in key matches, particularly the thrilling 3-2 victory over Celtic. That result was a huge moment for the club, not only because it came against their fierce rivals, but also because it showed that the players still have fight in them when the stakes are high. Ferguson's message to the team has been clear. He's not accepting mediocrity. Even after a dramatic win, he was quick to point out that there were still lessons to be learned, particularly with the old habits creeping back in during the game. Ferguson wasn't one to sugarcoat things in his post-match comments. He was visibly unhappy with the performance, even though his side had taken all 3 points. He pointed out that the team allowed some sloppy mistakes to creep in. Mistakes that have plagued the club in recent seasons. It's clear that Ferguson has a long road ahead to instill the discipline and consistency that's been lacking. The next few weeks will be crucial for him, especially as he's dealing with a squad that's been through a lot of ups and downs in recent years. His job is made even more complicated by the looming takeover and the uncertainty surrounding the club's managerial future. But Ferguson has shown that he can rally the troops when needed, and despite all the challenges, he's managed to steer Rangers into the quarterfinals of the Europa League. That's a remarkable achievement, and the team's European run is something the fans can cling to for now. The Europa League could be a route to redemption for a season that's been defined by inconsistency in the league. The fans are still very much behind Ferguson, but they're also aware that there's a lot of work to do in terms of getting the squad to a level where they can consistently challenge for trophies. Moving forward, the big question for Rangers will be how they navigate the rest of the season. The focus will undoubtedly shift to the league and whether they can secure a top 2 finish in the Premiership. But with the potential of a new owner coming in, there's a sense of optimism that the club could soon have the resources and stability it needs to start rebuilding for the future. For now, Ferguson's task is to continue to keep the team on track, and that means working out the kinks, eliminating those old habits, and making sure the squad is as ready as possible for the big games ahead. The Europa League quarter-final tie against Athletic Club will be one of those tests, but with the right focus, it could provide the perfect stage for this team to show what they're really made of. As for the fans, their attention will be split between the ongoing drama off the pitch and the action on it. The excitement around the upcoming takeover and the prospects of new leadership is palpable, but for now, all eyes will be on the players to see if they can deliver on the European stage. With Barry Ferguson at the helm for the time being, Rangers are in capable hands, but as always, there's pressure to deliver results, especially when you're a club with such high expectations. The fans won't settle for anything less than silverware, and if Ferguson is to prove himself as a long-term solution, he'll need to keep guiding the team towards glory. In other news, one player who has been at the heart of much of the recent drama is Veljko Černić. After his unforgettable celebration during the Old Firm clash in March, which has since become infamous, Černić has firmly etched his name into Rangers folklore. The Watergate celebration, sparked by a last-minute winner, was a controversial moment, one that ignited fierce debate across both fan bases. But for Černić, it wasn't just about the moment on the field, it's about what came after. His match-worn jersey from that derby sold for a staggering $24,000 in an auction, with the proceeds going towards the club's development projects. The sale of the shirt garnered worldwide attention, proving just how much that Old Firm win means to the Rangers faithful. Despite the controversy surrounding his antics, Černić has been a key figure for the team, and his contribution to that 3-2 victory will never be forgotten. As for the jersey sale, the final price speaks volumes about the significance of the moment. The buyer, a British supporter, was willing to pay a hefty sum for what is now a piece of history. For Černić is a moment that will live on forever in Rangers history books. And who knows, maybe it will serve as a catalyst for even bigger moments to come. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team. It's crucial for Rangers FC fans. Could Carlos Vela be on the verge of a sensational move to Rangers? Speculation is mounting around the Mexican forward's future, with sources hinting at a potential switch to Ibrox. With his contract at Los Angeles FC set to expire, the Scottish Giants may see the 35-year-old as a key addition to their attacking options. The possibility of Vela donning the famous blue jersey is already sparking excitement among Rangers supporters eager for an injection of quality in their squad. Vela's experience in European football makes him an intriguing option for Rangers. Having previously played for Arsenal and Real Sociedad, the versatile forward possesses the technical skill and goal-scoring ability that could make him a valuable asset in the Scottish Premiership. His past performances in La Liga, where he netted 73 goals for Sociedad, showcased his ability to excel in high-intensity leagues. With Rangers constantly battling for domestic supremacy and European competition places, a player of Vela's caliber could be a game-changer. However, there are questions surrounding whether the Mexican star would adapt to the physical demands of Scottish football. The Premiership is known for its fast-paced and physically demanding style, which contrasts with the more technical and tactical nature of MLS and La Liga. While Vela's creativity and finishing ability remain undisputed, concerns about his durability and consistency at this stage of his career could be a factor in Rangers' decision-making process. Financially, a deal for Vela would require careful negotiation. Despite being available on a free transfer, his wages at LAFC were among the highest in MLS, meaning Rangers would need to weigh the cost-benefit aspect of securing his services. The club has been strategic in its recruitment, focusing on a mix of experienced leaders and younger talents, making it crucial to assess whether Vela aligns with their long-term vision. As the speculation continues, Rangers fans will be watching closely to see if this transfer dream becomes a reality. Could Carlos Vela be the missing piece in Rangers' attacking setup? Will he choose a new challenge in Scotland over other potential suitors? The next few weeks could hold the answer, and all eyes will be on Ibrox to see how this potential blockbuster move unfolds. Greetings, fans! Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments section below. Until the next video, stay tuned!